where the vast blue indifference of the Pacific Ocean meets ancient, unyielding sandstone. A formidable chasm named the Gap stands sentinel. It is carved into Australia's eastern coastline, where the land drops away into a roaring, frothing abyss. From its precipitous edge, the world unfurls in breathtaking, dizzying majesty, a panorama of endless sky and boundless sea. Yet, for all its beauty, the Gap whispers a darker, more insidious promise. For decades, the Gap has been synonymous with despair, a desolate pilgrimage site for souls teetering on the brink. The sheer, terrifying drop and the relentless roar of the ocean conspire to create a sense of absolute finality. It is a silent, powerful siren for the broken-hearted, the lost, consumed by shadow. Many have answered that call, their stories dissolving into spray and silence. But for 50 years, almost every day, rain or shine, through blazing summer and chill winter, another presence graced this infamous precipice. A man, quiet and unassuming, a silhouette against the endless horizon, became part of the Gap's fabric. His name is Don Ritchie, and his vigil is one of the most extraordinary acts of compassion ever witnessed. He lived directly across the road, a simple house overlooking the tumultuous drama of the cliff. From his window, he saw cars pull up and hesitant steps approach the edge. He learned to read the subtle body language, the slump of a shoulder, the fixed gaze into the void, the way the wind toyed with a coat that might soon be empty. And when he saw that unmistakable posture of absolute surrender, he would rise, not with a burst of frantic energy, but with a quiet, steady resolve. It spoke of long practice, of a deep well of empathy that somehow never ran dry. He would walk across the road, a figure of calm against the churning chaos of despair. He never rushed, never shouted, making no grand gesture. Don understood that at that precise moment, the person at the edge was not looking for a savior, but perhaps, just perhaps, for a reason to pause. His approach was always gentle, non-confrontational, imbued with profound respect for the turmoil within another human being. He would simply walk up, stop a few feet away, and offer a quiet, almost casual question. Is there something I can help you with? Or sometimes, even simpler, why don't you come and have a cup of tea? Imagine that moment. You stand at the precipice, the world a blur of pain, the roar of the ocean a comforting finality. Your mind is a tempest, a kaleidoscope of regrets, failures, and unbearable sorrow. The decision is made, the last breath almost taken, and then a voice. Not a condemning shout, not a desperate plea, but a gentle inquiry. A human voice cutting through the internal din, offering a simple, everyday comfort, a cup of tea. It wasn't always the words themselves. It was the delivery, the quiet calm in Don's eyes, the complete absence of judgment. He didn't try to fix them, didn't preach, but simply offered connection. He saw not a problem to be solved, but a person in profound anguish. He offered a moment of shared humanity, a brief reprieve from the crushing isolation that often accompanies suicidal ideation. He'd talk to them, sometimes for minutes, sometimes for hours, listening more than he spoke. He'd offer a ride home, or call their family, or simply sit with them, sharing the silence until the acute crisis passed. His family tells stories of strangers brought home, often tearful or enraged, but always, eventually, allowing themselves to be helped. For 50 years, he bore witness to the sheer volume of despair. Countless faces, each etched with its own unique story of suffering, passed before him. Mothers, fathers, children, students, professionals, all standing at the same brink, contemplating the same irreversible act. Official records credit him with saving 160 lives, a staggering number, a testament to one man's unwavering compassion. But his family, who saw the daily toll and the quiet entries in his diary, estimate the number to be well over 500. 500 souls, snatched back from the edge, given another chance at life. But what of the ones he couldn't save? The people who arrived when he was away, or who, despite his gentle words, still found the desperation to step into the void. The wind, they say, carries their whispers still. The gap never truly closes its mouth. Don Ritchie was not omnipresent, nor infallible, and the specter of those he failed to reach must have haunted his quiet moments. Each successful intervention was a victory, a reaffirmation of his purpose. But each loss, however few, must have been a crushing weight, a reminder of life's fragility and despair's immense power. Imagine the psychological landscape of a man who spends half a century staring into the abyss, both literally and figuratively. He became a connoisseur of human sadness, an expert in the subtle signs of profound inner turmoil. This is not just heroism, it is a profound immersion into the human condition at its most extreme. Don Ritchie did not speak much about his efforts, at least not in public. His heroism was not born of a desire for recognition, but from an innate, compelling sense of responsibility. He was just a man, a neighbor, armed with nothing but kindness and an extraordinary capacity for empathy. And perhaps that was precisely what made him so effective. He became a local legend, a quiet guardian angel of the cliffs. Awards and accolades eventually followed, an acknowledgement of his unique and tireless service. The Medal of the Order of Australia, a national recognition, was bestowed upon him, cementing his place in the annals of unassuming heroism. His life was a profound counter-narrative to the grim reputation of the Gap. Where the cliff represented finality, he represented possibility. Where it offered an end, he offered a beginning. He stood for the unwavering belief that even in the darkest moments, there is always a chance for connection, for understanding, for a turning away from the brink. Don Ritchie's story is a stark reminder that heroes don't always wear capes or wield mighty weapons. Sometimes they are quiet, ordinary people who simply choose to stand by, to pay attention, to offer a helping hand when no one else will. His legacy is not just the hundreds of lives he saved, but the profound example he set. He is no longer there, a daily fixture against the relentless wind. The Gap remains, a majestic and terrifying beauty, forever holding its dark allure. The wind still howls, the waves still crash, and the silent call to despair echoes through the sea spray. But now, it also carries the whisper of his name. Don Ritchie taught us that even at the very edge of human suffering, a single, steady voice of compassion can be the most powerful force on earth. He pulled souls back from the precipice, one cup of tea at a time. His quiet heroism shines like a beacon, a persistent, unwavering light against the encroaching darkness. His spirit, one imagines, still watches over the Gap.